Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 tasks that you should outsource already now as a business owner. So, if you are self-employed, you own a business, a smaller, a bigger business, or anything in that area, there is one thing that you really need to start doing if you want your company to grow, and that is to outsource. Outsource anything that actually is possible to outsource. And yeah, if you don't know what you should be outsourcing in the beginning, I will give you a little list here. One of the reasons that you should be looking at outsourcing if you're self-employed or a business owner or anything in that area, again, sorry, is that it will free up a lot of your time. So of course there's some things in a business that you have to do and only you can do, but anything else that can be outsourced should be outsourced, especially of course not, you can't outsource everything at the same time, but at least down the road. This will free up your time to focus more on the things that only you can do, but also to create new products or offers or do anything in that matter that can help your business grow. One of the things that you can start by outsourcing to a freelancer is blogging and content creation. For example, if your business has a blog on the website, writing all these blog posts can take some serious time out of your day, and especially if you want to keep it consistent. One thing you can do is to either just find a freelancer on Fiverr. I have a link below, and if you use that, we both get a discount if you order or buy a gig from a freelancer on Fiverr if you use my link, so thank you for that. But you can just find a freelancer just for one blog post, or you can also create some sort of you can write a contract with a freelancer to basically write blog posts on a weekly or a monthly basis or something like that. Same goes for content creation. If you need anything in terms of something like graphic design for your Instagram page or something like that, also just outsource it. You can just show them what you have already made or something that you would want to have, and then ask them to create something along the lines of this. Trust me, it saves you so much time. And it doesn't even have to be expensive just because it's graphic design. I promise you can find freelancers, and if you that are reasonably priced. And same goes for here. You can again find a freelancer that you can write a contract with on a monthly basis. Along the lines of content creation is social media management. So we all know, especially me, because I'm also a social media manager, but if you have your own business and you really want, you know that if you don't have a social media presence, your company is basically non-existent. So this is one of the most important aspects of running a business. But we also know that it's one of the most time-consuming aspects of a social media or of running a business. So yeah, once you can and you want to, then I think you should really look into outsourcing your social media management. This will help you free up so much time, and it's important here that you find someone that's capable of doing within the style that you want and the tone of voice that you want for your brand, so that you can just trust that it just runs smoothly and goes out there without you having to put any work into it. Another thing that you can be outsourcing is the email management. So anything that's related to email marketing, outsource it. Because again, writing these emails, it can be the same freelancer as the one that writes your blog posts, because this is also part of copywriting. But of course, here it's really important that they also have some kind of understanding for email marketing and how it works, and of course, how to set it up. So most businesses, they already have an email provider or a platform where they run their email marketing through. So make sure to give access to your freelancer to this, and make sure that they know exactly where everything is in there. And yeah, then really it can take so much time out of your already busy schedule to create a successful email campaign and set up all the automations. So outsource it. Another thing you can be outsourcing if needed is customer service or anything like community management. So this really obviously depends on what kind of business you run, but customer service could be, for example, if you are selling a physical product, then it's a really good idea to have someone to basically only take care of all the customer emails that comes in. It can be complaints or returns or anything in that matter. Again, this is really something that should not fall on your plate. Of course, when you're first starting out as self-employed and you can't afford to outsource it, yes, it falls on your plate. But after a little while, this is one of the most important things to outsource. Same goes for community management. This doesn't matter if it's a Facebook group, for example, if you're selling an online course or anything like that, then you're bound at one point to get a lot of messages or questions or comments or anything on like anywhere about what you're selling or like how it's going and like anything that you can possibly imagine. But for example, for someone like me who has an online course about social media management, there's also a Facebook group that comes with that online course, and in there can be so many questions and posts and everything else. So it's really nice to have someone, like, you have actually outsourced it to someone to reply to all the questions or anything else. Like, for example, in the Facebook group, I have someone to sit there and actually take the time to reply to the comments and questions and anything else that's needed in there. But at the same time, also keep tabs that all the Facebook group members, they actually stay within the group guidelines. So another thing that is really, really good to outsource, especially if you're someone like me who's definitely not strong with numbers, or I'm strong with it, I just freaking hate it. Well, you guessed it probably, it's accounting. So nowadays there's a lot of like free apps or websites that can take care of a lot of it for you, but sometimes it's also just really nice if you can outsource it to a freelancer so that you know that it's not on your shoulders per se. So for example, if you use a website or an app, there's always something that you're afraid of overlooking or forgetting or something like that, or maybe you still really don't know how to do it. So then it's really, really nice to outsource it to an accountant, who can actually do all of this for you. Trust me, it's a really big weight being taken off your shoulders if you choose to outsource this one. The last thing I want to talk about today that you can outsource to a freelancer is, was that even 7? I'm not even sure. I'm sorry, I'm just blabbering and I'm completely forgetting to count actually, but I think it's number 7. It might be number 8. Bear with me. Anyway, the last thing is project management. So for example, if you are a business owner with a lot of smaller things under your belt or like a lot of small projects going on, it can be really, really nice to have someone to help you actually keep track of all the projects. So if you freelance or outsource a project manager, they can help you, for example, okay, this month we are doing a promotion and running ads on the online course. The next month we're focusing about a content campaign about this particular theme. The next month we're doing this, and they create the timeline, they make sure everything's up to date, everything's taken care of, and it's no longer your headache. Of course, you're the mastermind behind all of this, and you are the one saying to them, hey, I want this and this and this, but they are the ones taking care of it from then on and making sure that everything's running smoothly. Of course, there's a lot of other things you can outsource as well, but these are just some of the more common ones, and I would say some of the most important ones, especially when you're first starting out. So yeah, take a look at them, see which one do you spend the most time on, and then outsource that. Because if it's something that takes a lot of your time, but something that you don't need to do for your business, but that someone else can do, then it's time to outsource it. It's all about prioritizing and yeah, making sure that you know what's best for your business so you can show up as the best for your business. I hope this helped. Make sure to subscribe, you know the whole drill, everything. And yeah, I have linked my Fiverr account down below, the link for referrals and everything. So yeah, check it out. Thank you so much.